Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of winter weather. Here in the Pacific Northwest, it has just been absolute blah all week long. This is the nicest it's been, and I'm not even exaggerating. We were flood watches and warnings and wind and rain and cold and like frost. It's been crazy. So I obviously haven't gotten anything done outside or on the cars. There's no reason to want to be in the garage. Plus, you know, you got holidays and all that stuff going on. But what we have for you today is an update on Project Mazda 5. So when we last left you off, we had just put the new wheels and tires on, and that was about it. We've had a couple of issues, or no, that was all the clunks in the suspension that turned out to be rocks because the thing sat too low and I went down a gravel road. More sitting too low problems. I dang near ripped the front bumper off this thing going into a parking lot at parking lot speeds. It sits so low that anytime you get a dip like over here, neighbor Nick's over there working on something. We got some updates on his stuff later. But anytime you have a dip like this, how pronounced it is, it tends to want to grab that front end. So I don't know what to do about this thing. I still have the old suspension off of this, which is the KYB shocks with the H&R sport springs. I was not happy with the KYBs, but I think the H&Rs are going to be okay. I just need a better shock. So I think I'm going to order up some Konies for this, exactly like what we have on Project Porsche, and rebuild the suspension with the Konies and the H&Rs. But I don't think I'm going to put it on this one. You see, I've been looking at other Mazda 5s, I had found a first-gen one with a stick that was a touring, like my first one, that somebody put leather into that looked really, really nice. They got sold out from underneath me. And then I started looking at, well, what about third gens? Because I want to do a 2.5 6-speed swap. Why not just buy a 2.5 6-speed one? Anyway, so I've been talking with a dealership about 40 miles away. We'll see how that goes. So we may end up swapping Mazda 5s. Now, what does that mean for the project? All the good project stuff is going to come off of this and go on to whatever other Mazda 5 we get. And this one will go back to stock and get sold. Because it is an automatic and it's pretty low miles, and you know, I can make it, buff it up, make it look nice, and no one will ever know that it was, you know, modified, and you know, get rid of this thing and basically come out in the wash and end up with a third gen with the 2.5 and the 6-speed. Now, I'm not as big of a fan of the styling on the third gen, but I got some ideas, so stay tuned for that. If you guys want to see more Mazda 5 content, let me know. But definitely, no matter what, we're doing something with suspension because these coilovers, they're too low and the van is just getting damaged. And I mean, this is not hard driving. This is not bombing around. Like it's getting beat up. So we got to do something about that. But yeah, that's been your quickie update on Project Mazda 5 here on the Plays with Cars YouTube channel.